do you think people watching this video should know about that, Elle?
I think that they should know that like she seems really quiet and reserved, but she's not at all. Like she's really funny. Like she's got a great sense of humor.
My name is Da'el, and I'm 14 years old. Not exactly your average teenager growing up in Baltimore, Maryland. Like most people, I come from a religious family. We like to call it a way of life because it is how we live.
I would say the hardest thing is peer pressure.
We completely dedicate our lives to following what the Bible is, and to do so, you have to change the way you live. I was born into this religion, so it's all I know. We have a congregation with about 10 families. I was raised in that congregation, so the people are like my extended family.
They mean the world to me. It would be difficult imagining a life without them.
I just wanted to share some of the basic things. This way of life is different. I dress differently, eat differently, celebrate different holidays, and sometimes that could be very hard on me. And living in a place like Baltimore where everything is contradicting what I believe in doesn't make it easier. I'm not in any way trying to offend anybody by this, but I'll be blunt and speak the truth. In the Bible, it clearly states that we are not allowed to eat pigs. Leviticus 11:7, it says, "And the pig, though it has a split hoof, completely divided, yet does not chew the cud. It is unclean to you." Also crabs, it is also against the Bible. Leviticus 11:9 reads, "These you do not eat of all that are in the waters."
I think it's interesting how you spend the holidays.
I don't celebrate Halloween. People always want to know why I don't celebrate such a popular holiday. In the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, it tells you exactly what holidays we are to celebrate, and Halloween or Christmas isn't there. I go to service on a Saturday, which is the correct day. Exodus 28:10 reads, "Remember the Sabbath day to set it apart. 6 days you labor and shall do all your work, but the seventh is the Sabbath." Saturday is the seventh day. You can't go around that and tell me Sunday is the seventh day when it's clearly the first. Modesty is an important part of living this way. A modest outfit would be considered a shirt that isn't very tight and longer than my waist if I were wearing jeans. Jeans shouldn't be tight. Skirts are usually preferred, and if so, past my knees. Also, when we go to service or whenever we are praying or reading the Bible, our head should be completely covered. 1 Corinthians 10:5 reads, "Any woman praying or prophesying with her head uncovered brings shame to her head." A verse about modesty would be found in 1 Timothy 2:9 saying, "Likewise, that the women dress themselves becomingly, with decency and sensibleness, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly garments."
I think it's cool that you're different and you're totally fine the way you are.
I can admit I hate it all. I hated not eating pork. I hated not being able to go out on Friday nights. I hated not being able to wear miniskirts. I hated people staring at me like I didn't belong. And I hated being homeschooled. But I needed to realize something. Why should I hate what I'm supposed to be doing?
The most important thing I would want people to know is if you choose to walk this way, be ready to eat what's coming.
Yeah.
No, I don't wish I was living a different type of life because I wouldn't be who I am today.
I think recently I was able to accept this is the way I live and how I live for the rest of my life, God willing. I am no longer ashamed to tell people about what I believe in, but rather jump at the opportunity to share. I don't mind being different anymore. I think that moment of realization hit me 4 years ago. One of the holidays we celebrate is called Sukkot, which is where you leave your home for 7 days and live in temporary dwellings. Around this time, my congregation goes camping for a week. 4 years ago was our first time, and we went to Assateague Island. One of those days, all the kids went to the beach and we just walked. We walked a couple miles and then turned back. But thinking back, usually I'd say I'd die without my phone, the internet, and television. But once you're out there surrounded by the people who truly love you and are telling you to do what's right, it's different. And we're still having the time of our lives. It was that day I realized this is the way for me. Sometimes I feel isolated, and I'd rather just be somewhere alone with my congregation. But right now I'm just going to take things step by step, and getting up and leaving is a big jump ahead.